Good morning, Jan, and thank you for joining us here at the Innovation Exchange in Berlin. Please tell us a little bit about Microsoft's new efforts to work with startups and investors here in Europe.
Good morning. It's great to be here. As you know, we are moving. Europe is a little bit at a crossroad, and we are moving. There will be new Commission, new European Parliament, the new, 5 years kind of the plan. And if you look at the outline of that plan, it's a green economy. They would like to support jobs, innovation, investment in new networks. I think these startups can play the great, role, and there are great opportunities. In our sense, we try to be platform to really connect the dots, work not only like on our platform and connect those startups, but also bring a lot of network partners. Some network partners are very traditional, like the financing, the investors, but some of them are very untraditional and very unintuitive. Like, we have some partner lawyer in Spain who is part of the BizSpark, and I think that's the power of innovation and the openness of that framework. And then we are bringing new engines to BizSpark, like EU Grant Advisor Program. So far, after 5 years of this program, we got more than $500 million investment over 2,000 very successful project for the SMEs, where basically 5 years ago HP, Intel and Microsoft, we partnered with the European Commission and the member countries in EU to bring the grants closer to the small and medium businesses. And we created local consortia with people like Telefonica in Spain and the others, and that's the power of the network. And we are very much looking forward what can happen in the future, because there are a lot of challenges for Europe. On the other hand, there are a lot of opportunities, and there's a definitely entrepreneurship spirit in Europe.
Beyond government money, outside of the U.S., startups actually take loans from banks. Tell us how Microsoft is now bringing banks into the fold.
No, we are quite happy, because sometimes the banks, they are like looking in those startups. Hey, should we, do it or not? But once Microsoft is in and other big brands are in, I think it's creating more value and more certainty, right? Plus, if you invest today in Microsoft, platform, you develop on it, and that's what the IDC study shows. It's investment for the future, because there will be a lot of new jobs created in that ecosystem. There will be a lot of, money invested into that ecosystem. So I think we're creating, more certainty and more, value for those, banks to invest in the startups.
Recently, I understand the Finnish government asked you, what is the role of software in the future? How did you answer them?
Well, what I've said that you don't have one area, one big challenge. If you take environment, right, the green economy. If you take European demography, all reforms we need to do. If you take consumers, if you take people empowerment, in 5 years, almost all jobs will be at least IT-enabled jobs, and the software will play the key role, right? And I think to create very strong ecosystem, it's important for the country. I don't think that each and every country will be, superpower producing some software, but the country should use traditional strengths and build the software model based on that traditional strengths and the talents in those countries. I can give you example. Today, cars are more software than the hardware. New Mercedes budget for the software is higher than the budget for the hardware. We will not change what is done, but we will change very much how is it done, and that's a huge opportunity for the countries. And in Finland, they have it's one of the most competitive countries with great innovative model, great schools. So they try to figure out what should be the competitive edge for Finland for the next 10-15 years. And also if you take the BizSpark pickup in the countries like Finland or Ireland, it's fantastic. There's a lot of demand,
I understand that one of the things that have held startups back in Europe is benchmarking. They're not sure, how they stand up to competitors around the world. How are you helping incubators to access that? Is that something you plan to include in BizSpark?
Absolutely. There is the new generation of BizSpark. We would like to address that, because I think benchmarking is truly important. Even if you take the innovation scorecard for the EU, we measure EU against the EU, right? We are not measuring it globally. That's just one example on one level up. I think this is essential to know for the startups where they're staying in the worldwide competition, because today, if you think to be the successful startup, you need to think globally, and you need to have some idea how to sell your idea, globally, and this is it. And we hope that we will, bring on that, measurement or, scorecards, if you will, and benchmarking much better way how they will be able to do it.
So Microsoft is not just offering access to software tools, but also access to capital through government grants or through perhaps bank loans, and also helping companies to assess where they stand in terms of the competition.
Absolutely, that's what we are doing. We will also bring, new products into that. Very soon we will bring Azure, the new platform for, our vision software plus service. And obviously the part, where we always try to help, it's, how they should market their products, because, Microsoft, we still believe that, marketing and the way we market our products through the partner ecosystem, it's a quite huge competitive advantage for us.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.